God and devil are one, just like in Dragon Ball Z with the two Piccolos. There is the Piccolo of heaven, who is called in French the All-Powerful, and there is the Piccolo of earth, who is called in French Satan Petit Cœur. Both rule from heaven and from earth, respectively. King Piccolo for the earth and God Piccolo for the heaven. Although originally they formed only one body, the body of the great Piccolo, they managed to separate by noticing that there were two spirits within them, two entities, a vice and a virtuoso. Vice descended to earth and virtue remained in heaven. These are parallels with our world, inspirations taken from our universe. The drawings are like signs intended for the child sun and for the entire worlds. Although we are from all sides, Buddhists, Hindus, Shintoists, Taoists, Hebrews, Christians, Muslims, atheists or apostates, we come from the same God who has different denominations. We call him God, Allah, Buddha, Jesus, Hashem, Kami-sama, according to our languages, our populations, our culture and our religion of faith. No one agrees or understands each other on this because we come from distant regions. We are personnel from all sides and from all horizons. God himself says that he did not come to bring peace but the sword of division. And this since Babel where the peoples were united under the same banner. God saw danger in the union of peoples. Although union brings peace, union is derisory for God. It was under union that the peoples equaled God, it was under union that the peoples fought God, and it was under union that the peoples said to each other we have no need of God. For here we are at peace and do not need God to create our peace. It is God who manifests the troubles in our hearts, it is God who corroborates our conflicts. For here he is a jealous God and would not want to see human beings self-sufficient and do without him. Listen, O Israel! The Lord our God is one Lord. You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul and with all your strength. And these commandments, which I command you today, shall be in your heart. You shall teach them to your children, and you shall talk about them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, when you lie down and when you rise up. You shall bind them as a sign on your hands, and they shall be as frontlets between your eyes. You shall write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. The Lord your God will bring you into the land he swore to your fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to give you. You shall possess great and good cities, which you did not build, houses full of all good things, which you did not fill, digged cisterns, which you did not dig, vineyards and olive groves, which you did not plant. When you have eaten and are satisfied, take care not to forget the Lord, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. You shall fear the Lord your God, and serve him, and swear by his name. You shall not go after other gods, of the gods of the peoples who are around you, for the Lord your God is a jealous God among you. Lest the anger of the Lord your God be kindled against you, and he would destroy you from the face of the earth. You shall not tempt the Lord your God, as you tempted him at Massah. Instead, you shall keep the commandments of the Lord your God, his statutes and his laws which he has commanded you. You shall do what is right and what is good in the sight of the Lord, that it may go well with you, and that you may go in and possess the good land which the Lord swore to your fathers to give you, after he has driven out all your enemies from before you, as the Lord has said. The God of the Old Testament is both a punishing and merciful God. The example of a father like Noah who said, "Cursed be Canaan. Let him be a slave of slaves to his brothers. Blessed be the Lord, the God of Shem, and let Canaan be their slave. May God extend the possessions of Japheth, let him dwell in the tents of Shem, and let Canaan be their slave. God is merciful and compassionate, slow to anger, rich in kindness and faithfulness." At least that is what we would like to believe. He preserves his love for 1,000 generations, he forgives iniquity, rebellion and sin, but he does not hold the guilty innocent, and he punishes the iniquity of the fathers on the children and on the children's children to the 3rd and 4th generation. God separated himself from the devil to expel his evil side. This division was necessary within him, but it corroborated the evil that was on earth. God is narcissistic when he says, "I have come to set a man at odds with his father, a daughter with her mother, a daughter-in-law with her mother-in-law, and a man's enemies will be those of his own household. Whoever loves father or mother more than me is not worthy of me, and whoever loves son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. Whoever does not take up his cross and follow me is not worthy of me." Whoever finds his life will lose it, and whoever loses his life for my sake will find it. Whoever receives you receives me, and whoever receives me receives the one who sent me. Whoever receives a prophet in the name of a prophet will receive a prophet's reward, and whoever receives a righteous person in the name of a righteous person will receive a righteous person's reward. And whoever gives to one of these little ones a cup of cold water only in the name of a disciple, truly I say to you, he will in no way lose his reward. For God wants people to remain faithful to him. He does not want people to be without him. He wants to maintain this dependence that man has on his Lord. This is how he separated the people of Babylon. God saw that the whole earth had one language and the same words. After leaving the east, they found a plain in the land of Shinar and settled there. They said to one another, "Come, let us make bricks and burn them in the fire." They used the brick for stone, and the bitumen for cement. They said again, "Come, let us build ourselves a city and a tower whose top can reach to heaven and make ourselves a name so that we will not be scattered over the face of all the earth." The Lord came down to see the city and the tower that the people were building, and he said, "Look, the people are one, all of them have one language, and this is what they have begun. Now nothing will stop them from doing all that they have planned. Come, let us go down and confuse their language so that they will no longer understand one another." The Lord scattered them far from there over the whole face of the earth. So they stopped building the city. That is why it was called Babel, because there the Lord confused the language of all the earth, and from there he scattered them over the whole face of the earth in Babas. Union brings peace, but peace makes us forget God. What good is it to pray to God? What good is it to serve God if we already lived in utopia? We would not be grateful, nor worshippers of Christ, if we already had everything through union like the people of Babel. Thus God placed disorder on earth and disorder on the one and universal religion. This disorder is called Satan, his double, and God said to Satan, "Upon you will be my curse and on all those among them who follow you. For this, I ask no reward from you, and I am not an impostor. My word is repeated, and this is a reminder among thousands of others. Hell is like the mouth of the sun, only beings of light or fire can live there. Iblis itself is the name given to the sun. It is a smokeless fire, an iris of the eye that watches and blesses. The iris is the colored part of the eye, and its main role is to regulate the amount of light that enters the eye by controlling the size of the pupil. The iris is composed of muscles that contract or relax, thus changing the diameter of the pupil. Iblis is the name God gives to his vice. His vice is his pride, his jealousy. Thus, Allah himself would be the moon and his son the sun. At least for those who contemplate the sky day and night. They are like two beings who alternate, Yuhabak and Hashwalth Jugram. We love the light, but we do not love fire. For we are in the image of the moon, a cold clay but which is only very slightly bright. I would fill hell with your flame, Iblis, because we are still in Babel, so I choose to bring together the words Iris and Iblis. The fire will be the sun and the clay the earth. The moon is drawn from the earth, from its rocks. The close and observable sky is therefore this, a solar hell and a lunar paradise. In the lunar paradise you will live alone contemplating the imaginary. In the solar hell you would become stars, or luminous stars that travel the infinity of the universe in a loop, with new meetings each time. The earth and the oceans are the material that forms us for this celestial journey. It is an obligatory passage. Such are the ways of the heavens, such are the voices of Allah and Iblis that call you. Sleep well because tomorrow you will be in the future of your stars.